Ever wondered why some developers breeze through front-end interviews while others get tripped up by simple HTML5 questions? It's not just about tags. It's about understanding the architecture of the modern web. In this video, we will cover HTML interview questions and answers, HTML5 Mastery course. Prepare for your front-end developer interview with this comprehensive guide to HTML and HTML5 interview questions. In this video, we dive deep into 30 essential HTML and HTML5 interview questions covering semantic elements, forms, storage, and accessibility to ensure you are fully prepared for your next technical round. Before we dive into the questions, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more career-boosting content. What does the less than doctype HTML greater than declaration do in an HTML document? Option A. It acts as a tag to identify the HTML version to the user. Option B. It tells the browser to use standard mode instead of quirks mode. Option C. It is a required element that creates the root of the document. Option D. It links the HTML document to an external CSS stylesheet. The correct answer is B. The doctype declaration is not an HTML tag. It is an instruction to the web browser about what version of HTML the page is written in. In modern web development, using less than doctype HTML greater than ensures the browser uses standards mode rather than quirks mode, which ensures that the layout is rendered according to the W3C specifications across different browsers. Which tags should be used to define independent, self-contained content that could be distributed on its own? Option A. Less than section greater than. Option B. Less than aside greater than. Option C. Less than article greater than. Option D. Less than div greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than article greater than element is intended to contain content that stands alone and is independently distributable or reusable, such as a forum post, a magazine or newspaper article, or a blog entry, while less than section greater than groups related content. Less than article greater than is more specific about the self-contained nature of the content, which helps with SEO and accessibility by providing better document context. How does session storage differ from local storage in HTML5? Option A. Session storage has a much larger storage limit than local storage. Option B. Local storage data is deleted when the browser tab is closed. Option C. Session storage data is only available for the duration of the page session. Option D. Local storage requires a server-side database to function. The correct answer is C. Both are part of the Web Storage API, but session storage is restricted to the specific tab or window where it was created and is cleared. Once the tab is closed, local storage, on the other hand, persists even after the browser is closed and reopened. Both store data as key value pairs and are much more efficient than cookies for client-side data storage. Which HTML5 attribute can be used to display a hint in an input field before the user enters a value? Option A. Value. Option B. Hint. Option C. Placeholder. Option D. Label. The correct answer is C. The placeholder attribute specifies a short hint that describes the expected value of an input field, e.g., a sample value or a short description of the format. The hint is displayed in the input field before the user enters a value. This improves user experience (UX) by guiding the user, though it should not replace the less than label greater than tag for accessibility reasons. Which of the following is true about the less than canvas greater than element? Option A. It is used to draw graphics on the fly via scripting, usually JavaScript. Option B. It is a vector-based graphic format that scales without losing quality. Option C. It is primarily used for displaying static images like .jpg or .png. Option D. It automatically creates accessibility labels for all drawn objects. The correct answer is A. The less than canvas greater than element is used as a container for graphics, which must be drawn using JavaScript. It is pixel-based, raster, meaning it does not scale as well as SVG, which is vector-based. It is highly performant for animations and games but requires manual effort to make the content accessible to screen readers. Where is the less than meta greater than tag usually placed in an HTML document? Option A. Inside the less than body greater than tag. Option B. Inside the less than head greater than tag. Option C. Before the less than HTML greater than tag. Option D. Inside the less than footer greater than tag. The correct answer is B. The less than meta greater than tags provide metadata about the HTML document. Metadata is not displayed on the page but is machine parsable. These tags must always go inside the less than head greater than element. They are used to specify character sets, page descriptions, keywords, authors of the document, and viewport settings for responsive design. Which element is used to represent the main content of a document that is unique to that specific page? Option A. Less than content greater than. Option B. Less than section greater than. Option C. Less than main greater than. Option D. Less than body greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than main greater than tag specifies the main content of a document. The content inside the less than main greater than element should be unique to the document and should not contain any content that is repeated across documents such as sidebars, navigation links, copyright information, or site logos. There should only be one non-hidden less than main greater than element per page. How do you open a link in a new tab window in HTML? Option A. Less than a href equals URL target equals new greater than. Option B. Less than a href equals URL target equals underscore blank greater than. Option C. Less than a href equals URL window equals blank greater than. Option D. Less than a href equals URL new tab greater than. The correct answer is B. The target attribute specifies where to open the link document. The value underscore blank tells the browser to open the link in a new window or tab. It is often recommended to add rel equals no opener nor referrer when using target equals underscore blank for security and performance reasons. What is the purpose of the alt attribute for images? Option A. To provide a tooltip when hovering over the image. Option B. To define the width of the image. Option C. To provide alternative text if the image cannot be displayed. Option D. To link the image to a high-resolution version. The correct answer is C. The alt attribute, alternative text, is essential for web accessibility. It provides a text description of the image for screen readers and is displayed if the image file fails to load. It also assists search engines in understanding the content of the image, which helps with SEO. Which tag is used to create an ordered list? Option A, less than ul greater than. Option B, less than li greater than. Option C, less than ol greater than. Option D, less than list greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than ol greater than tag defines an ordered list, which can be numerical or alphabetical. The items in the list are defined using the less than li greater than list item tag. In contrast, less than ul greater than is used for unordered, bulleted lists. In HTML5, which API is used to find the user's location? Option A, Location API. Option B, Geolocation API. Option C, GPS API. Option D, Map API. The correct answer is B. The HTML5 geolocation API is used to get the geographical position of a user. For privacy reasons, the user must consent to share their location. This is commonly used in mapping applications or localized search results. Which element is used to group the body content in an HTML table? Option A, less than t-head greater than. Option B, less than t-foot greater than. Option C, less than t-body greater than. Option D, less than tr greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than t-body greater than element is used to group the body content in an HTML table. It is often used in conjunction with less than t-head greater than header content and less than t-foot greater than footer content to specify each part of the table, which helps with styling and printing long tables across multiple pages. What is the correct tag for the largest heading? Option A, less than h6 greater than. Option B, less than heading greater than. Option C, less than h1 greater than. Option D, less than head greater than. The correct answer is C. HTML defines 6 levels of headings from less than h1 greater than to less than h6 greater than. Less than h1 greater than is the most important and typically the largest heading, used for the main title of a page. Proper heading hierarchy is vital for SEO and for users navigating via screen readers. Which input type is specifically designed for email addresses and provides automatic validation? Option A, less than input type equals text greater than. Option B, less than input type equals mail greater than. Option C, less than input type equals email greater than. Option D, less than input type equals address greater than. The correct answer is C. The type equals email attribute in HTML5 ensures that the user enters a valid email format. While it doesn't verify if the email exists, it checks for the presence of and a domain, providing built-in client-side validation without needing custom JavaScript. Which attribute is used to play a video automatically when the page loads? Option A, play. Option B, start. Option C, autoplay. Option D, loop. The correct answer is C. The autoplay attribute for less than video greater than and less than audio greater than elements will cause the media to start playing as soon as it is ready. Note that most modern browsers will only allow autoplay if the video is also muted to prevent disrupting the user. What is the difference between async and defer attributes in a less than script greater than tag? Option A. Async scripts are executed after the HTML is parsed. Defer scripts are executed immediately. Option B. Async downloads the script and executes it immediately. Defer downloads and waits until HTML parsing is finished. Option C. Both are exactly the same and can be used interchangeably. Option D. Async is for internal scripts. Defer is for external scripts only. The correct answer is B. Both allow the script to be downloaded in the background. However, async executes the script as soon as it is downloaded, which might block HTML parsing. Defer waits until the entire HTML document is parsed before executing, maintaining the order of scripts. Defer is generally preferred for scripts that depend on the DOM. Which attribute is used to provide a unique identifier for an element? Option A, class. Option B, id. Option C, name. Option D, key. The correct answer is B. The id attribute specifies a unique id for an HTML element. The value must be unique within the HTML document. It is used to point to a specific style in a CSS stylesheet or by JavaScript to manipulate the element with that specific id. Which tag is used to define a footer for a document or a section? Option A, less than bottom greater than. Option B, less than footer greater than. Option C, less than end greater than. Option D, less than section footer greater than. The correct answer is B. The less than footer greater than element typically contains information about the author of the section, copyright data, or links to related documents. Like other semantic tags, it helps search engines and accessibility tools understand the structure of your page. What does the required attribute do in an input element? Option A. It makes the input read-only. Option B. It specifies that an input field must be filled out before submitting the form. Option C. It sets a default value for the field. Option D. It hides the input field from the user. The correct answer is B. The required attribute is a Boolean attribute. When present, it specifies that the user must fill in a value before submitting the form. This is a simple way to implement form validation without JavaScript. Which HTML element contains all the visible content of a web page? Option A, less than head greater than. Option B, less than HTML greater than. Option C, less than body greater than. Option D, less than main greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than body greater than element contains all the contents of an HTML document, such as text, hyperlinks, images, tables, lists, etc., while less than HTML greater than is the root container and less than head greater than contains metadata. Less than body greater than is what the user actually sees. Which attribute is used to store custom data private to the page or application? Option A, custom asterisk. Option B, data asterisk. Option C, user asterisk. Option D, private. The correct answer is B. The data asterisk attributes allow us to store extra information on standard semantic HTML elements without other hacks such as non-standard attributes or extra properties on the DOM. This data can then be accessed via JavaScript using the dataset property. Which element is used to highlight text for reference purposes, like a yellow highlighter? Option A, less than strong greater than. Option B, less than M greater than. Option C, less than mark greater than. Option D, less than highlight greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than mark greater than tag defines text that should be marked or highlighted. It is intended to show text that is relevant in a particular context, such as search results where the search term is highlighted within the result. Which tag is used to create a multi-line text input field? Option A, less than input type equals text greater than. Option B, less than input type equals multi-line greater than. Option C, less than text area greater than. Option D, less than text block greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than text area greater than element defines a multi-line text input control. You can specify the size of the text area using the rows and calls attributes. And unlike the standard less than input greater than, it can contain a large amount of text. What is the correct HTML entity for the less than symbol, less than? Option A and LT. Option B and less. Option C and la. Option D and smaller. The correct answer is A. In HTML, the less than, and greater than characters are reserved because they are used for tags. To display these characters on a page, you must use character entities. An LT stands for less than, and GT stands for greater than. Which tag is used to define important text, typically displayed in bold? Option A, less than B greater than. Option B, less than I greater than. Option C, less than strong greater than. Option D, less than M greater than. The correct answer is C. While less than B greater than simply makes text bold for stylistic purposes, less than strong greater than is a semantic tag that indicates the text has strong importance or urgency. Screen readers will often emphasize less than strong greater than text differently, making it better for accessibility. What does ARIA stand for in web development? Option A, Accessible Rich Internet Applications. Option B, Advanced Responsive Interface Architecture. Option C, Automated Rich Information Assets. Option D, Alternative Reality Interface Access. The correct answer is A. WAI ARIA. Web Accessibility Initiative, Accessible Rich Internet Applications, is a set of attributes that define ways to make web content and web applications more accessible to people with disabilities. It supplements HTML when semantic elements aren't enough, such as for complex widgets like sliders or tabs. Which tag is used to group related elements in a form and draw a box around them? Option A, less than group greater than. Option B, less than fieldset greater than. Option C, less than formset greater than. Option D, less than box greater than. The correct answer is B. The less than fieldset greater than tag is used to group related elements in a form. It helps make the form more organized and easier to understand. The less than legend greater than tag is often used inside less than fieldset greater than to provide a caption or title for the group. Which tag is used to specify multiple media resources for less than video greater than and less than audio greater than elements? Option A, less than media greater than. Option B, less than link greater than. Option C, less than source greater than. Option D, less than file greater than. The correct answer is C. The less than source greater than element is used to specify multiple media files for the browser to choose from, depending on its supported formats. Like MP4 versus WebM, the browser will use the first recognized format. Which attribute of the less than HTML greater than tag is used to specify the language of the web page? Option A, lang. Option B, XML, lang. Option C, language. Option D, content lang. The correct answer is A. The lang attribute specifies the language of the element's content. Including it on the less than HTML greater than tag is vital for search engines and screen readers to know which language to use for pronunciation and indexing. E.g., less than HTML lang equals n greater than. What is the purpose of the less than template greater than element in HTML5? Option A, to display a loading spinner while the page loads. Option B, to hold HTML content that is not rendered on page load but can be instantiated via JavaScript. Option C, to create a predefined layout for CSS grid. Option D, to act as a placeholder for third-party advertisements. The correct answer is B. The less than template greater than tag is used as a container for holding HTML fragments that should not be displayed when the page is loaded. These fragments can be cloned and inserted into the document later using JavaScript, which is extremely useful for generating dynamic UI components efficiently. That wraps up our 30 essential HTML interview questions. Understanding these fundamentals and the why behind them is what sets apart a great developer from the rest. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who is preparing for an interview. Don't forget to subscribe for more technical deep dives. For a complete practice exam and full certification preparation, check the link in the description below.